Hi, everybody. Welcome to the QB School. I am JT O'Sullivan. Today, Tua, the Dolphins continue to roll. This time they put it on the Panthers. Fired up for this one. Let's get it going. Welcome to the QB School. Hey! So before we dive into the video, a quick reminder about the Quarterback School Patreon community. This group is the foundation, the bedrock of this channel. Not only is it a great, cheap way to support the channel, but you get even more Quarterback School content. So if you dig the YouTube channel, you will love the Patreon community. Really deep dives over there, trying to create the environment of what it's like in an NFL quarterback room. So all sorts of nuance and detail, breaking down the quarterback position, offensive and defensive football. Hop over there, join, become a member. The link is in the video description. I appreciate your support. As for this video, let's get into it. Tua, the Dolphins continuing to roll week 6 here. A little slow motion to full speed motion back out. That fast exit-ish motion, we'll call it. Ripping the dagger just creates so much tension on a defense. I know people refer to it as a cheat code. It's taking advantage of the speed that they have on the perimeter there as McDaniel continues to just collect speed at positions. But I love so much of what this offense is, and it's just so much fun to watch. So not only are they very detailed, so check out when we do this, just the tempo of this thing. So super slow in here, almost like it's going to be a shift. Then we hit this thing full speed. So we get that running start, and then we are into that deep in. And again, that just creates all sorts of chaos for a defense. When it's paired with a clear, there's really no defense that will take that away. The other things that I love about this are the drop that Tua's at. He's angling this thing, so almost like changing the launch point, but lined up to throw this thing. And again, you know it's coming. Anticipation dripping on this film. It is just so fun to watch. So watch the slow transition to the full speed. This is the detail of that motion. Boom. Now we're rolling. Look at the angle drop. Again, when does he let this thing go? Separated right there. Tyreek's on the 4. He's going to roll that thing in to damn near the 48. Y'all, that's unbelievable anticipation and accuracy. And again, not diminishing the speed. Look at the space between the second level, the linebacker types, and the safety DB types. You know, you're looking at a 20-yard gap. And the ball is right on him. It's outstanding. Just absolute explosive, dynamic, tethered to great design, offensive architecture, and nuance and detail. This is the best of the best right now. Look at that pass protection. Come on, Ejiro. Heat him up. Nothing. That's too easy, too much speed, too much fun. Love it. Next one here. This one is a wild one because this probably should be a touchdown up top to the post. It's a quarters beater, bracket beater. It beats quarters or brackets. But the backside half-field safety actually drips over and makes a play on the ball. So this is hard for me to put this on Tua. You know, part of this, in my opinion, is more design-centric. Now, you would love Tua to just see what's going on down here to the bottom, but this is the kind of output of what crazy speed does to a defense. So the Panthers kind of fall into one here. To me, this is a half-field player. They are terrified of this guy's speed. Okay, just straight up. The whole league is. So as he comes up and runs across here, we're going to have that paired with a post up top. Now this post, I know a great course that goes into significant detail about beating brackets or quarters. So as soon as this guy hesitates at all, this post, it's a go. Okay, this is an alert. This is a 1. This is made to order. But because this player at the bottom down here, this half-field player is so scared of Tyreek Hill and so over the top that he essentially, once he goes inside, he can fall into this play. I mean, you would never think that a half-field safety on the backside outside the number 1 would make this play, but he does because of the speed and the depth that he's at. So for me, you know, the way you would get around this, if you were McDaniel again and you were going to roll this up, is to have Hill down here to the bottom run like a 20-yard out or corner. Then that safety would have to stay on the out. So just imagine if Tyreek Hill goes to the out or to the sideline to the bottom right here. That's going to keep that safety down here. as opposed to, hey, we've got the big post, we catch them in brackets or quarters up top, let it rip. And again, to me, I know the Tua arm thing has been a talk a long time. This is damn near what? Almost 60 yards in the air? Pretty sweet. Everything except just kind of seeing that whole thing. And you can see how the offensive architecture, the design of what we're doing with Tyreek Hill here running the in, brings that safety to him. And because he's so terrified, look at the feet of the safety, how deep and outside he is up on the top right corner. He's then able to kind of fall back into that, because that should be a wide open walk-in touchdown. More like 50 yards, but still. Next one here, just absolutely beautiful design here with the kind of short ghost motion, turn around, flip it to the cheetah going around the corner, and is just faster than everybody. It actually looks like he got faster once he went out of bounds, which is kind of crazy too. Fools the cameraman. I would say they don't even block this correctly, or how they probably should. And what I mean by that is the sniffer, the guy who's coming across. So what is this play? First of all, a little old school double wing, kind of 2.5 wing here. We're going to do this short motion. So this is going to get everyone's eyes going. Tua turns this way and then is flipping the ball back right here to Tyreek Hill, who has a lead blocker in the sniffer coming across. Now, the part that I say is not blocked correctly is this sniffer is trying to secure this edge player. So right here, once this edge player takes himself out of the play by coming flat, I would guess that these guys would love this tight end to continue on. Now, he's probably going to get lapped from Tyreek Hill, but continue on and get in that corner's face, because we're going to come out here and crack, and then Tyreek Hill is coming across here, catching that flip and just motoring around. And then just check out the acceleration once he starts zigzagging through the cheerleaders. The only other thing I would say here that I would be interested in hearing the story about, I've always wanted to do a behind the back pass and think it would be cool for a quarterback. I'm not sure how you would do it here, where you would almost like, if you're going to turn this way, you'd have to like turn it with your left hand and like flip it behind your back this way. I just think it would be cool. I've always thought Patrick Mahomes is going to be the guy, but maybe Tua will be the guy who can somehow do like a behind the back pass, because it's going forward. If you miss it, it's just a forward pass. But if he could stay right here and then flip it with his left hand behind his back, ooh, you're welcome, Dolphins. Put it in, Todd. Come on, Bev. Get it in. That thing is sweet. And then watch the acceleration. Watch how fast he goes right here. That's not me messing with the frame. That's him going faster out of bounds. Let's go one more time and watch that sniffer as he comes across. So for me, when I'm saying, when that C-gap defender goes down right there, sniffer, keep going. So we don't need that log at that point. Tyreek Hill has got him, right? So just have a little bit of awareness to say, hey, he's taking himself out of the play. Now we can go get you up on the corner. Not that it matters, but the corner widens us to run out of bounds. And the corner doesn't even touch Tyreek Hill. Roadrunner style. Again, watch that ball handling. But I mean, it's cool ball handling like this. But I think it'd be even cooler. And maybe you would see it. I guess that guy would see it if you went behind your back right there, the edge player. It would still be dope. We'll see. Someone will do it eventually, and they can make sure to cite their sources. Next one here, touchdown pass to the back here on a little swing screen. This is really kind of the new way, and I think it's a much improved 2.0 spacing. And what I mean by that is we're going to have something to the left, whatever it is, whether it be fade or slant to Tyreek Hill, a sit over the ball. So no, over. And really, Tua plays that thing so fast, it looks like he just checks it and throws it. So what I'm saying here is this play, oftentimes in the past, would be you're going to fade here. If you like it, throw it. Someone's over the ball with a sit. It looks like back in the day, you would do spacing here, and then there would be a flat, and then there would be a check down, and it would be all muddy. So what I like what they're doing over here now is they're doing the sit, they're running the corner, and instead of just like wasting a flat, one of these guys is the lead blocker, and then the swing or the wide comes behind it. And you see there are many teams in the league running this combination now, and it's a really cool job. It looks like Tua just goes kind of really quickly. One up here, does he like Tyreek? You could certainly make the argument to throw that thing. Otherwise, how fast he goes. 1, to 2, and it's that quick for a nice little touchdown. Beautiful accuracy. Again, great design, cool design with the motion that turns into the lead blocker. You can see here, you essentially need 2, right? You got to have 2 guys go over there. Someone take on the lead blocker, someone make the tackle, walk in. Beautiful job, crazy efficient, effective from Tua. Watch how quickly he plays this thing full field left to right. 1, no, 2, yes. Boop. Great touch, walk in, let's go. Next one here, another touchdown pass, this time to Waddle. Down here is the number 2 on the over, trying to get Tyreek in the flat. He's not quite there. He's got to navigate some traffic. Nice job from Tua here navigating the edge. Waddle. Navigating the edge. They block it up with the nub, but there's a DB right in his face. Tua's athletic enough to get around that corner. You can see Tyreek Hill not quite there yet, but he's probably going to be there eventually. So a lot of teams are doing this, where now they are asking the flat on these naked keepers to come from the other side. Now, this is about as far as you'll ever see it, okay, how far he is. He's running the flat over here. So Tyreek Hill has to get through here and like navigate this traffic as he gets over there. So he's going to come open. You know, if you can wait till he's in the front pylon, it's going to be a touchdown. But he basically, I would imagine, Tua essentially goes 1 to Tyreek Hill. He's not quite there. And by the time he goes 2 to Waddle, he sees him. But if he would have let Tyreek Hill kind of continue to win here, he probably wins as well. Now, what's going on defensively here? Ejiro can't make the tackle for you. You know, he sets the perfect pressure. DB coming off the edge. We talk all the time about this. If you're playing quarterback on these naked keepers, you got to come out with the worst case scenario in mind. This is the worst case scenario. In fact, it's even worse than an edge because these guys are usually more athletic, but they're just not used to doing this. So right here, Tua hits the Jets, gets around him. You got to make a play, have a plan. He's able to get outside. Once he's able to get outside, it's a touchdown pass. So look at that pressure up top. Coming right at us, fake toss. You know, if he were to take a better angle there, as far as the blitzer, we're in deep trouble because there's no flat right now to throw to or to throw it at the feet because Tyreek Hill is navigating that traffic down here to the bottom. So no to the flat, yes to the over. Great job stopping him. Great job making a play. Not necessarily out of structure, but just off platform. And again, watch this fake. Watch him accelerate. Go. You know, he looks like he's moving probably as well as we've ever seen him move on the league. Just a little bit of change of direction, a little bit of acceleration right there. You know, that play continues on even if we're doing two-hand touch. Whoop. And again, you can see Tyreek Hill burning right here. He's going to win to the front pylon. But we've got the over too. You know you're in a hell of an offense when everybody's open in the end zone. I mean, the tight end scores there as well. You got 3 touchdown opportunities. Yo. Another anticipation clinic, this time down here to the bottom, away from rotation, right up on his face, 3rd and 10, first down. This is awesome. Outstanding offense. Again, you know, he's hot and he's throwing anticipation shots on the backside. I don't necessarily think it's the most sound plan, but it's awesome when it works, y'all. It really is. So for me here, what we're going to call this like glance-ish, bang 8, however you want to say it, we're going to get rotation. So we're coming down here, getting to the middle of the field. Perfect look for this type of throw away from rotation. Again, talk about it all the time, but this is the man. Capital, underline, bold, whatever you need to do. Strike through, increase the font. It's anticipation, and it just drips off the film from Tua. Dude is playing at a ridiculous level, driving the ball down the field as well. Check out this anticipation. I mean, look at him throw it. He's hot. There's a guy running free in his face in the B gap. He's throwing anticipation backside slants. It's hard as hell to do. It's straight up awesome football. You can come up with all the excuses you want about the system, the speed. He is dealing. I mean, again, the accuracy right up on his face. Don't necessarily love wide receivers jumping to catch the ball at their face, but that is a sweet play from Tua. Drive it. Halftime, you dig the channel and you haven't already, please like, subscribe, hit the bell, get the notifications, let it wash over you. An easy, simple way to support the channel. I sincerely appreciate you subscribing to the channel, so thank you for doing that. Again, the Quarterback School Patreon community, you know about it. Join, become a member. The link is in the video description. We also have Quarterback School courses. Now, these courses are the premium content available through the channel. These are deep, deep dives on all of my favorite football topics. So if you enjoy the way that I talk and teach ball, you will love the courses. We have courses on RPOs, tempos, how to beat every coverage, pass protection. We even have an entire offensive system. Took me a second there. So many courses. I forget how many courses that we have. So hop over there, join, and enroll. The links are in the video description. We also have a bunch of free resources available. Check out all of those as well. Finally, make sure to follow me across social media platforms. I appreciate your support. As for this video, let's get back to it. So the next one here, 3rd and 8. We're going to end up throwing the swing up top to the fast 4 motion. Moser does a really nice job here of getting the first down himself. There's not a lot of great opportunity there besides for great effort, making somebody miss, change of direction. I think this was one of the few times I saw Tua make what I would classify as probably not the correct read. And again, we don't have to be in their quarterback room just to understand kind of how these things are put together. To me, Tyreek Hill at the bottom running a slant is open. You know, he's not a decoy on these kind of routes, I'm guessing. It's 3rd and 8. This an easy first down. Just take it and throw it. For whatever reason, he doesn't. Okay, this to me is paired with essentially like a sail, someone running through, whatever this tight end is doing, like a chip and then into the flat with a swing. So just the design here, to me up top, is muddy. Rarely do you get what I would classify as 4 layers of this thing because it's just too condensed. Now, at the end of the day, 31 makes a hell of a play and gets the first down himself. But this is one of those ones where you turn on the film and you just don't see Tua miss shots like this very often. This is a gimme down here to the bottom. Just take the slant, first down. But again, you can see kind of the spacing of this thing. See how there's 4 layers out there? It's just really condensed. A lot of guys in the same spot. 31, 1 person miss. 2 people miss. Fight for the first down. Great effort. Nice job. When it's rolling, it's rolling. But again, the easy play is probably to the right. Regardless, the thing you got to appreciate with Tua is that he's decisive. He gets the ball out of his hands. He's not taking hits, it feels like, this year that much. And he's letting his guys go make plays for him down the field. Next one here, touchdown pass, 3rd and 6, coming out of the 2-minute. How you catch one-on-one down here to the bottom, I have no idea from the Panthers defensively, but a great job from Tua. Little selfie flip there as well. Thought he was looking for Snowflake. Great job from Tua holding his eyes, putting the ball right down the line. Nice play, 10, just pure speed. Now, what we're doing defensively, it's tough to make sense of. So, Tua can't throw this ball fast enough right here. One-on-one right here. You're in what essentially is a bunch up there, 3-by-1 condensed. And really the big decision is, what are you going to do with this player right here? Now, if this is just a bunch of X's and we don't know who the hell's who's who in the zoo here, great. You do your little funky stuff where you tricks this or poach this or try to hunt up the number 3 crossing. But this Tyreek Hill, this guy has to give us some help. We have to get over here. We can't allow him to just be a nothing in quarters coverage here. If we're going to go quarter, and then go half to the bunch here, that's just not going to work, dog. Like that, we can't do that. That's not good enough defense. And that's just not, obviously it's my opinion, but it's not fair to the corner down here either. I mean, he's just blowing by him. And that looks like, we got some depth issues on varsity. We just pulled up the JV guys like, hey, help us out. Not fair. On 3rd down, right before half, we're going to let this happen? Look at the coverage up top. I mean, it's cloud. They're rolling to it, helping people out. The safety down here is just in no man's land. Now, maybe the safety goes rogue and does his own thing. Who knows? But it's a great job from Tua. Check out the base, y'all. Look at the base. Boom. Okay. No heel click. Quick transition. Drop it right down the line. Woo! So much speed. My goodness, they are so fast in Miami. Watch his head and eyes. Look at him hold. Look at his helmet stripe. Boom. Quick. No wasted movement. Too easy. Let's go. Next one here, 2nd and 10. Okay, we're going to get a little anticipation, skipping stones down here to the bottom on a deep curl. Now, I think Tua maybe feels a little bit of pressure here because he has more time than he probably thinks he does. But again, when you play with great anticipation, I feel like I say this a lot on the channel. When you play with this level of anticipation, you will miss some throws. And it will come out and look a little bizarre because You're throwing so early. So I will pause this at the top when he goes to throw this thing. He is throwing it right there. You can see Tyreek Hill at the bottom. Okay, Tyreek Hill is going to continue this route past the 45. He's on the 4. He's going to continue this past the 45. The ball's in the air. The ball's halfway to him, more than halfway to him. Look at the corner down here to the bottom. And again, whether it comes off like a sinker, whether Tua plays this a little quickly because he sees his own jersey flash in the corner of his eye here, whether Tyreek Hill gets maybe too much depth on the route, only those guys know the detail and nuance about why they missed this, but it sure feels like Tua feels like it's closing in on him. And again, I like the fact that he hedges on the side of being early as opposed to holding onto the ball and taking hits. Okay, I think it's a great characteristic or trait for Tua to develop here. But you can see here, it's almost like he thinks the tight end is coming to tackle him. Not my favorite block there from the nub, but it's a great job from Tua playing with anticipation. He just doesn't put it where he wants. Next one here, another beautiful anticipation throw down here to the bottom. Tyreek Hill on the running in. Again, world-class anticipation, great accuracy, outstanding base, turns into a massive play. Okay, these are not little bubble screens that are turning into big chunks. These are driven balls down the field, thrown with world-class anticipation and accuracy, with really some funky footwork, if I'm being honest, as far as what they're asking him to do with his feet post-fake here. But I mean, this thing is coming out early. Love it on so many different levels. Now, the other thing I love here is when he lines up in what I will call the wing. It's whether you want to identify it as a sniffer, whatever it is, right here. When he lines up like this, very rarely, they do, but very rarely are you just going to snap it there and have the ball like run to his side and have him be the front side lead blocker at the point of attack. It's not going to happen. Oftentimes they'll do it with him on the backside. But what he's looking to do here is we're going to move him and move him really quickly so that the defense, not only can you not get like a double on him, how are you going to double him? You don't know where the hell he's going. But he gets this running start. So you got matchup issues. You've got speed issues. So as he comes across here, hit this thing 1,000 miles an hour, and then we're going to throw this thing with great anticipation well before he's into that hole. It's just it's straight up awesome offense. It is the cutting edge anywhere at any level. Again, check out Tua's footwork here post fake. Whoop, little karaoke flip. Looks like he's doing like off-season quarterback footwork drills. How about the anticipation? That's not a check down. That's not a perimeter screen. That is driving the ball deep down the middle of the field. Yeah, the dude is fast. Hope he's healthy there. I just love this so much, man. It's so clean. Great job. Look at Tua staring down the barrel. Got a little game right in front of his face. Blue running right through him. Room. Look at that throw. Right on the body on the break. Let's go. And it turns into this. Can't get it to the ground. Switching hands. Woo. Next one here. 2nd and 3 play action. We're going to rip a deep out down here to Tyreek Hill to the bottom. Again. Hey, say it with me. I mean, y'all. World-class anticipation continues to just drip off this film. Now we're ripping the ball deep down the field outside the numbers. Not trying to hear anything about that arm strength. What I am trying to hear about is world-class. I mean, as good as it gets, anticipation. You combine it with deep shots deep down the field. He's catching this out of the screen, okay, on the other 48. Outside the numbers, wide side. Y'all, it's as good as it gets. It is simply outstanding. Look at the base. I mean, powerful. Torque. Look at the anticipation. He's throwing it right there. Tyreek Hill at the bottom is not on the 5 yet. He's going to go another 5 yards and go out. Look at the separation on the corner. I mean, it's you got no chance. The corner's got leverage, but he's terrified, as he should be. That's so awesome. There are no answers for that. If Tua can throw it like this, with this kind of anticipation, deep down the field outside the numbers, so fun to watch. Next one here, another awesome anticipation throw. I can't tell whether this is a drop or the defender makes a nice play, but we're going to throw a little bang 8 or glance down here to the bottom. Now, it's going to be a tight window. There's no doubt about it. But the level of accuracy and the borderline like audacity to throw these types of throws off this kind of unique, cool motion, fake, flip your hips, to be able to spin. I can't tell you how hard this is to catch it, spin, and then throw with anticipation down the field. And wait till you see this throw. Look at this window. Wait for it. Now, does that guy tip it? If he does, good for him. That ball hits us right in the breadbasket. Again, my guy continues to jump for some reason when he's catching the ball. Whoo! Can't catch it for him. Cannot catch it for him. Dime. So watch this thing to the bottom. Again, just appreciate. You can't overstate the anticipation. Look at that. That's the window he's throwing into. He's already separated. Now, this is one of those times where you'll often hear me say like into rotation or away from rotation. So if we're going to rotate down here and away here, the reason why it's a little bit tougher, it's not impossible to throw it into rotation, but you just have this guy kind of lingering. And whether he makes a play, he certainly impacts the play, regardless whether he touches the ball or not. But man, these guys are so good at this. Tua is so good at this. That ball is an absolute dot. Oh. Now, a little fortunate to not have it picked when it's kind of volleyball set up like that for us. But man, I just love the way that they play offense. They just keep going back to the well, keep taking advantage of Tua's skill set. I mean, look at that throw. I can't quite get over it. And it's just a nothing incompletion, but it's a dot, man. Last one here, little naked keeper gone wrong. This is when you know it's going really good. When stuff like this starts working for you. Now, he doesn't put this ball exactly where he wants, but it looks like Tyreek Hill gets confused. Whether he's hurt, whether he doesn't know the play, he's definitely slowing his roll here. So no to the corner. Where's that over? Finally shows up. But watch Tyreek Hill at the top of this thing. So it looks like when he comes off the ball, he doesn't know what the hell he has. So it's like chilling. Oh, okay. Oh, you're over there? I mean, when these types of things keep happening, you are on one. Keep the heater going. Great job kind of sorting this thing out. Nice job from Tyreek Hill recovering, not quitting. Even if he kind of spaces out and doesn't know what the play is, you can see the space there for him. Tua is able to make a play. That is, in my opinion, out of structure, because that's certainly not what they're trying to do as far as having the fastest guy slow himself off the line. So no, he goes to look for him. Nice chunk. 1st and goal inside the 10. Let's go. So that is a wrap. Tua, the Dolphins continue to roll. By far, what I would consider the elite cutting edge offense across the league. The combination of offensive architecture, design, so formations, motions, personnels, with the kind of layering of different types of plays, with the play action, and then you put that on top of Tua's game. Tua's game with great anticipation, great accuracy. I would say stronger arm strength, showing off the arm strength, looks healthy, can move a little bit, making people miss, creating out of structure, all those things together. Pretty damn fun to watch. Thank you so much for hanging to the end. I will see you next time. Have a good one.